Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to make this zoom in, zoom out logo effect that you see on the screen right now. And you'll be able to change the logos right on the edit page. Variable size to automatically readjust. I have a still on here, but you can use a video as well. I have done one very similar to this before. The other one was a title. This one is an effect. The other one was a slide in, slide out. This one obviously is zooming in and zooming out. Go to Fusion. This will work on 1080 and 4K. For those of you that don't know me, I have to use this on-screen keyboard because I'm paralyzed. I can't use my hands and arms. I put it out there every time for the ones that don't, because I'll be questioned sometimes why I have it up there in the way. Select the media in, hit a merge. When you bring your media in, you want to use a loader node. If you bring it from the media pool, once you leave this project, it'll no longer work. If you use a loader node and you don't rename your media or move it, it works just fine on any project. I do have a tutorial out there showing you how to bundle media in a macro. So it's baked right in the macro, and you can change computers or do whatever you want. Send it out to somebody. I will leave that link in the description below and a card in the corner. Shift space and loader. This logo is 400 by 400, but you can go bigger. With that selected, shift space and resize. Then go to the inspector and hit reset size. And that's all you have to do with that. Add a transform. Let's rename this merge to size. And select the transform. Put your playhead at frame 0. Take the size all the way down. Set a keyframe. I am on a 30 FPS. You may have to adjust accordingly, but you want to advance 1 second and go 1.5. Advance 5 more frames and set it back to 1. Now we're going to advance 10 frames. This is the gap where the keyframe stretcher is going to stretch the frames between 35 and 45. It doesn't have to be that many frames. You can make it much less if you want. So I advance 10 frames, set a keyframe, advance 5 more frames, go back to size, and go 1.5 again. Now we want to advance 1 more second and drop the size all the way down. We'll give it a play, make sure it looks good. Put your playhead back at frame 0. On the angle, set a keyframe. Advance to the first keyframe, which is 1 second. And an angle, put in 360. And go to the 4th keyframe. Set a keyframe on an angle. Go to the last keyframe. And put in 720. We'll give it a play. Make sure your transform selected. Open your spline. If this is in the way, you can make more room. Hit that little shrink button. Select all them. Go here to zoom to fit. And select all. And F on the keyboard. Select the merge, shift space, and keyframe stretcher. If you select the transform again, remember our stretching between frame 35 and 45. So select the keyframe stretcher. On stretch start, put in 35, stretch end 45. And then scrub your playhead to where it's almost out of sight. And take the source end and rotate it to the left. Keep doing that until at the end it'll be gone with about 10 frames left. Something like that. Okay, we're ready to make the macro. Let's give it a play. Okay. Click away. Make sure nothing's selected. Hold the control button down. Select these in the order that I do. Hit A on the keyboard. Hold the control button down. Deselect the media in, media out. On an effect, we have to have one input and one output. Here's the input. Here's the output. Make sure you deselect the media in, media out. Right click on any one of the other nodes. Go to macro. Create macro. Give it a name. If you don't know what to select in the macro, click on whatever node you're working on in the macro. And all the info is over in the inspector. Want that file name, delete it, and put in logos. And go to size. Go to file, save as group. It takes you to macros. Go to Fusion instead. Templates. Edit. Then go to effects. Here's where you're going to want to make your folder to put your preset in. I suggest to name them a little bit different. If they're exactly the same, Resolve won't recognize it. So put a underscore or something in there. We'll go find it. You may have to restart Resolve if you can't find it. It's going to be under effects. And drop it on. Make it as long as you want. And you can also put them on a adjustment clip. And if you click on it and you don't see the controls, select effects. We'll go ahead and change the logo out. Hit browse. Like say we put that 400 by 400 on. We'll put a larger one on. That one's 750 by 750. $1,600. You have a size adjustment here. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.